Hello everyone. Today I will explain about application of timers in programmable logic controls or PLCs, specifically when used in pneumatic system. This is part of our practical module, and by the end of this session you will have a clear understanding of how timers function and how they are applied in ladder diagrams. Before diving into the details, let us recall what a pneumatic system is. Pneumatic is a branch of engineering that uses compressed air to perform mechanical work. In industry, pneumatic cylinders and actuators are commonly used because they are clean, fast, and reliable. When combined with PLC controls, they can perform highly automated tasks with precision. A PLC or programmable logic controller is essentially the brain of an automation system. It receives inputs from sensors, processes the logic that we design, and then gives command to output such as pneumatic valves or cylinders. One important feature that a PLC offers is the use of timers, which help control the timing and sequence of this operation. So, what exactly is a timer in a PLC? A timer is an internal instruction that provides a time delay. It is like a digital stopwatch that starts counting when certain conditions are met. By using timers, we can control how long an actuator stays extend, how long a valve remains open, or introduce a waiting period before the next action begins. The There are different types of timers used in PLC programming. The three common ones are on delay timers, off delay timers, and pulse timers. Each of these serves a different purpose in controlling automation process. Understanding the difference between them is essential for designing effective ladder logic programs. Let us start with the on delay timer, often abbreviated as TON. This type of timer activates only after a set delay once the input condition is true. Imagine pressing a button to extend a pneumatic cylinder, but instead of moving immediately, the cylinders wait for 3 seconds before it extends. This is an example of an on-delay timer. On the other hand, we have off-delay timer, abbreviated as TOF. In this case, when the input signal turns off, The output remains active for a set time before deactivating. For instance, when you release a button, the pneumatic cylinder does not retract immediately, but instead waits for 5 seconds before retracting. This delay after turning off is the function of the TOF. In the third type, is the pulse timer, sometimes called TP. This timer generates a pulse output for a fixed duration regardless of how long the input is active. For example, pressing a switch might cause a pneumatic actuator to extend for exactly 2 seconds. Even if you hold the button longer, this is very useful in application where fixed timing is required. In ladder programming, timers are represented as blocks with addresses and values. For example, a timer instruction may look like this: tim 0000 550. Here, tim indicates the timer instruction, 0000 is the address of the timer, and 50 indicates the timer value, which might represent 50 times unit depending on the PLC configuration. Now let us connect this concept to real pneumatic system. Suppose we have a double acting cylinders that needs to extend after a short waiting period. We can use a tone instruction to introduce the delay. Similarly, if we want the cylinder to remain extend for a while, even after the input is removed, we can apply a TOF instruction. By combining timers with other logic elements such as contact and coils, we can design sequence of operation. For instance, cylinders A can extend after 3 seconds delay, and only after that cylinders B can retract. Such coordination is made possible with the proper use of timers in ladder diagram. One of the goals of this practical session is to help students not only understand timers theoretically but also apply them in real circuits. You will practice on a PLC trainer board connected to pneumatic actuators. This hands-on experience ensures that you can read and build ladder diagram and also verify them in real hardware. In the demonstration, you will design a circuit where a pneumatic cylinder extends only after a button is pressed and delay is complete. Then you can modify the design to test an off delay function where the cylinders retract after a delay once the button is released. Through this exercise, you will see how times real affect real-world actuators movement. It is important to highlight that timers make automation system more flexible and safe. For example, in industrial application, sudden movement of actuators can be dangerous. By using delay, we can control movement gradually and ensure that one process finishes before another begins. This prevents accident and mechanical collision. Another benefit of using timers is synchronization in packaging machine. For instance, a conveyor belt must stop for a precise amount of time so that cylinder can push a product into a box. Without timer, such coordination would be nearly impossible. This is show how timers play a vital role in process automation. When you practice ladder diagrams, remember that timers are not isolated elements. They are work together with input such as a push button, sensor, and limit switch. And without outputs such as solenoid valves and motors. The key is to design the logic step by step, ensuring each action happens at the right time. In industry, timers are also used for maintenance and control purpose. For example, an air compressor might be programmed to run for a specific time interval and then stop for cooling. Similarly, a lubrication system might be set to activate periodically using a pulse timer. These examples show the wide range of timer application. While working with timers, while working with timers, accuracy and correct parameter setting are crucial. Setting the wrong timers values can cause process to malfunction. Therefore, always test your program in simulation first before applying it to real hardware. The PLC Trainer Board gives you a safe environment to experiment and learn. Let us consider another example. A pneumatic press machine. The press must hold the product under pressure for a certain time before releasing. Use a turn timer. We can program the press to stay engaged for exactly 5 seconds. This ensures product quality and consistency. In some cases, timers can also improve energy efficiency. For example, an air compressor may be programmed to operate for only for a fixed time period, then turn off automatically to save energy. Similarly, a lubrication system may be programmed to deliver oil every 10 minutes using a pulse timer. This prevents waste and extends machine life. Now let us discuss the technical format once more. When we write a timer instruction in ladder logic, we must assign an address and preset type value. The address ensures the PLC knows which timer we are referring to. The preset times defines how long the delay or pulse will last. The accumulated time increases as the timer runs until it reaches the preset value. In many PLCs, timer operate with time base such as 0.1 seconds or 1 seconds. This means that a preset value of 50 with a base of 0.1 seconds equal 5 seconds in of real time. Understanding the time base is crucial to setting timers accurately. When practicing on trainer board, you should always test your program step by step. Start with a simple timer and observe the cylinder's behavior. Then gradually add more logic to create sequence. This hands-on approach helps you develop confidence and problem-solving skills. It is also important to troubleshoot. If your cylinder does not move as expected, check the input condition, the timer value, and the wiring of your solenoid valve. Remember that the PLC program is only as good as the logic and the connection that support it. Timers are not only for mechanical movement but also for safety interlocks. For example, an emergency stop circuit may use a timer to ensure the time powers down in controlled manners instead of shutting off abruptly. This reduce wear and tear on components and improve safety. Another interesting application is in sequential control. Suppose you have three cylinders that must move in a specific order: A, then B, then C. Using timers, you can ensure each one waits for the correct time before moving. This kind of sequential logic is the foundation of complex automation systems. Um, as you gain experience, you will see that timers can be combined with counters, comparators, and memory bits to design even more advanced logic. For example, you could program a system to activate for 10 seconds every time a sensor detects a product, or to generate an alarm if a cylinder does not move within the expected time. To summarize, the timers are more than just simple delays. They are tools for synchronization, safety, efficiency, and quality control. Whether you are programming a packaging machine, a conveyor belt, or a pneumatic press, timers are essential for making your system work properly. Thank you for watching and listening. By now, you should have a comprehensive understanding of how timers work in PLCs and how they are applied in pneumatic systems. With practice, you will be able to design and implement ladder diagrams that use time effectively, ensuring automation processes are safe, efficient, and reliable.